Real quick, the other thing I saw on the list that I think might matter is I don't think the aggressive start will ever work because Jeff Gomez has decided to register for Red Hawk.
For Red Hawk is the choice. Red Hawk is definitely a card that's been picking up a bit. You don't usually see 4 copies, I don't think, in these Newgate lists, but definitely very strong here against this ace list. No,
So our
I
ace
think
player, I think, starts in Ezo. I didn't see what he
yeah,
grabbed.
it's they got kind of the dark room setup going on there, but yeah, Ezo is the card we're gonna lead on there. Didn't see what we grabbed, but it's fine. No, if you Newgate, you got to avoid Flame Emperor taking out your big things. You got to avoid Ace coming down, shrinking your board, and got to play a game where you're not exposing things to be able to be very aced and attack down.
Yeah, I agree.
Buggy is the next play here. Buggy's going to come out, and we're going to search up an event. Plenty of those in this deck of Ace. And that looks like it's a Seaquake added there.
Yeah.
Seaquake's not at its prime here, but it will be fine. At minimum, it's best pitched for an extra 1k attack at the end of the game, so no problem there.
Or defensively.
Yeah, or defensively. Either way works. Attack for 6k. We'll pitch Otama out here. And the train of vanillas will start from Newgate. We're going to play 4-drop Luffy here. Ace is going up to 5 Don.
I do think that our ace player's kind of shown that he does not plan to attack the board too hard by that early Otama discard.
Honestly, I think Otama is best as a 2k pitch most of the time, but
Okay.
I'm not an Otama play to the board truther. I think it's
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I play law, so I get to buy it back. But
well, here's that Brook we were talking about. Going to be an important
Okay.
thing in this matchup, I think, like we talked about. Great here for the decent body, but also ability to counteract what your opponent's doing on board.
Yep. Set up for those big kill spell plays.
Yeah. Brook's ability to minus the Dawn is going to be strong here. It's going to have to make your opponent think about what they want to commit to the board.
So he did add a Marco turn 1. That's what our ace grabbed.
So Marco turn 1? Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we do see Marco come down, kill the Buggy. Definitely the best choice to try and kill over the Ezo. Going to be the higher attacker. But we still have this Brook kicking around. Brook will be able to possibly equip one and attack, minus both of these characters on board, and open up stuff like Fire Fist to be able to clear out what's going on. Obviously, the Marco can come back, a good pitch. Minus to both of these is just powerful.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so... Yeah, so we just noted that we swung towards the Luffy, not towards life, so definitely don't have Fire Fist in hand exactly, but we did minus 2k in general. Could be useful in conjunction with other effects. We could Atama or something, but this looks like 5-drop Marco, just play to the table.
Yep. I think it's about keeping like parity on the board.
Interesting. I'm curious why we attacked with Brook and we didn't attack with lead. So I'd rather 6k attack with lead first at the Luffy.
Oh, yeah.
And not expose this to be attacked back on the Brook. But maybe there's a different line of play. Maybe if you don't let it die, then I Fire Fist or something. So maybe this is just an alternate line. Looks like attack 6k. I'm going to have to assume that's on the Brook.
I agree. I don't think he can let this Brook stick around. I think we're going to see whether the ace player values this Brook as much as I think they might. He does seem to think about defending it. This is ace turn too. Yeah, he could have just played an ace and gone after it.
And it looks like Flame Emperor.
Okay.
So that'll come down and try and kill this Marco. And we are just going to pitch out one Red Hawk to save it. I think both sides are pretty happy about that altogether.
Yeah.
And then Luffy will come down. The board is filling up with 6k attackers pretty quickly from the Newgate side. Guard point out of this one.
This is the power of Newgate. Just get to put
And
big body
the
after big
chopper.
body.
So we have gotten the Newgate player down to 0 life now. So now is when the real game starts. They've got all 10, 12, 15, 30 cards in their hand they could possibly work with. And we're going to have to start whittling down those resources to get them to a point where we're able to actually kill them. It looks like we got about 8 or so cards from the ace side there.
Yeah.
And figuring out what the play might look like. Something like an ace would be very strong here.
I agree. I think
Ace
ace
minus
is your
3
best play.
on both of the characters on board. Swinging as much as we can to try and kill the board type deal.
Yeah, force the blocker out.
I think that'd be very good. Even if they all die, your opponent still has to buy back in the next turn. You have a better board than them, so you've played tempo in that regard. If we're going to attack first, that means we don't have ace, so nothing to worry about there. Attacking 6 should be about the same most everywhere, so shouldn't really matter where you point this.
If you have blockers, I think you go for the Luffy. If you don't have blockers, you probably go for the Marco. Or no, actually, I'm just going for the Luffy every time, I think.
It's Luffy or face, I
Yeah.
think, and it doesn't really matter because your opponent's going to protect them about the same.
Yeah.
When you're attacking for evens. If you're attacking for large numbers, yeah, they might let the character go before they let their life go, obviously, because they die then. But it all depends on what your avenue to success you think is. Is it buying back the board enough, killing off the characters that are here, or is it really pressuring the cards from their hand in the first place because the board is weak enough? In this exact instance, yeah, I think their board is powerful enough that you have to worry about it. But when you're attacking even, it's going to be the same. They have enough cards that they'll easily pitch one to save what they have going on.
Looks like he's doing some math. Figuring out what his best line is. So
there will be a nice flexibility with the ace that you really don't see in tournaments very much, where ace will be able to do a very large swing late in the game here,
yeah, for
discarding a bunch of
sure.
events for a lot of power. It's something that a lot of other decks don't really have, and it looks like we are doing something like that right now.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting we're not playing the board at all, but I think our hand then must mean we're just feeling quite safe. We're just saying if you don't have blockers over the next 2 turns, we're just going to kill you.
Yeah, that or we're just very event heavy.
So we're attacking for 11 here. You can guard point plus 2k, or you can. Oh, I'm sorry, no, you can guard point plus 2k, or you can red hawk plus 1k. Oh no, math is hard. No, you'd have to red hawk plus a 2k, and then either guard point plus 2k 1k, something like that. Okay, math. He's swinging for 12 even. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
What am I? Why am I commentating this?
Yeah.
Who put me in charge of this?
So he's trying to pull.
So
3
guard
cards.
point plus radical beam. All right, we did get 2 events. Still,
that's pretty good.
That's 7k out.
I mean, you got the most important one. So one cost 4k. Is that a buggy or an Ezo? I think that's a buggy.
All right, yeah, it was a buggy. Add up the looks like crossfire there, and untap. All right, I've got all my bad math out of my system. Let's get ready to do some decent math on this turn now.
Like
Still got 2 life from the A side. So 3 attackers. Unlikely you're going to fall this turn with all the power you have in hand. But just get some decent attacks out. Play around the jet pistol by equipping the 1 Dawn now.
Yeah. So we're swinging 7 at what I assume is face.
Yeah, it's going to be a face pretty much every time.
Yeah.
Newgate has to finish the game. They see the writing on the wall that things are getting dire here soon. You'll hope to play a blocker this turn, hold up some events, and just kind of bleed like a life and a couple cards, I think is kind of the Newgate plan.
Now, was Aiden the player we saw playing the free event? I can't remember.
Yes, I believe so. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head. I remember seeing a table manor kick course.
No, he was not.
Okay.
Okay.
Attacking for 7 again, coming in at face. Guard point got the first one, so you'd have to consider maybe they don't have 2Ks in hand. And it looks like that's not an option right now, so taking that life. I think you just need this to be like an okay size attack. Something like an 8K would be kind of nice.
Yeah. And then play like another big body.
Going for 9K instead. And that life has been taken. Your opponent's down to 0, so you're fine for this turn.
Yeah.
You found the blocker you needed to survive for the next turn. Important. You do know they have Seaquake in hand, so that'll be able to just answer that straight out. That is a total of 2K left on of being 1 equipped and the discard of 1. So that is important to also do. So Seaquake will answer that. We're going to attack 6 with the Marco.
I think this means he's just going for 1 extremely large attack with the ace.
Oh yeah, no, we're just ace swinging with everything else we got, discarding
Discard all
every
the cards in our hand.
or more.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So
be what, 9,
14, 17?
Yeah. And we're going up to 10, 12, 14, 15, and 3 aces. 3 aces is not enough. Ace is getting there, clogging up Newgate's hand, and also ace the leader. Aces.
Ace doing the dirty work for both players.
Let's jump over.